An emergency hearing was held today over a rodeo plan for January inside Petco Park. Animal rights groups have sued, trying to prevent it from happening.
This morning, the Padres asked a judge to delay the case. CBS 8's Shannon Handy was inside the courtroom. She joins us now live with what happened. Shannon.
Yes, Steve and Heather, the Padres actually requested this morning's emergency hearing. They went before the judge and they say, hey, we are at the center of this lawsuit. We have a hearing on October 25th. But can you delay the hearing until November 15th? They argued that the company who is putting on the rodeo, they too have a court date because they too are getting sued to prevent this rodeo from happening. Their court date is set for November 15th. So they said, can we both be heard together on that later date? Take a listen.
This is a simple continuance request for those October 25th motions and demurrers to be heard the same date as C5's demurring motion to strike. It makes no sense for the court to hear a motion for a preliminary injunction on October 25th and then 3 weeks later look at a dispositive motion filed by one of the defendants in this case.
Ultimately, the judge sided with animal rights groups, ruling the October 25th hearing will move forward as scheduled. The judge said the rodeo is an important issue for the community and there should be no delays in determining its future. Last year was the first time a rodeo was held at Petco Park, but it almost didn't happen. Animal rights groups sued, saying the city's municipal code does not allow cattle inside Petco Park. They also argue animal cruelty violations. Despite that, the rodeo went on as planned, given the short time frame between when the suit was filed last year and the actual event. So this year, animal rights groups called Animal Protection and Rescue League, as well as Showing Animals Respect and Kindness, are once again suing over those same issues, saying they want to not only stop the January rodeo from moving forward, but ultimately to permanently ban them from ever happening in the city of San Diego. They say the Padres' request is a delay tactic to ensure the rodeo will go on as planned.
Padres have now come in here and said, oh, let's slow this up and let's have the hearing later so we get closer to the rodeo. So they want to run out the clock but get it closer and closer to the rodeo so that it's harder to get this preliminary injunction granted.
So again, that October 25th date for the Padres will stick, at which point a judge could possibly determine that the rodeo is not able to continue, cannot happen in January. For now, though, tickets to January's rodeo are on sale, and the Padres have promised it's going to be bigger and better than last year. They've added musical acts. They've also added additional seating. Steve and Heather?
Well, Shannon, without question, this is a controversial issue. I'm wondering, has the city weighed in?
Yeah, actually, last year, Councilmember Kent Lee, he proposed legislation trying to ban this rodeo, but that nothing happened, nothing came from that. So I reached out to his office today. I asked if there's anything he plans for this time around, and his office staff told me yes, he's actually working with the San Diego Humane Society to bring forth some type of legislation, whether that's an all-out ban or some type of legislation to implement certain rules at the rodeo. We don't know yet, but his office says they hope to bring that legislation before the city council by the end of this year.
All right, we'll see what happens. January will be here before we know it. Shannon Handy reporting from downtown. Shannon, thanks.